what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 8, Episode 8. So let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, let's start with Moniece, okay? She's at the studio. She's frustrated about what's going on with Akbar. You know, she's getting studio time, Akbar not showing up. Well, Akbar decides to show up today. She is late again, though. She was just like, girl, I'm sorry I'm late. You know, I have headaches, but I'm here now. What's wrong with you? Don't you love when people are like that about your time and your money? Moniece says, well, the thing is, I'm wasting money. I'm paying for studio time. Nobody is showing up. You think you got shit going on in your real life? I got shit going on in my real life too. And Akbar was like, oh, well, you know, what's the problem then? Because I'm here. I'm ready to work. Okay, I want to do some recording. Okay, what the problem? Well, Moniece is frustrated about showing up scrap. He's got her stressed out. Akbar was like, oh, so you taking it out on me, huh? He got all y'all fucked up. And Moniece was like, you right about that. He do got us fucked up. Akbar says, do you still care about him? And she says, well, she cares about the truth. Child, what difference do it make, truth or a lie? You already know what it is anyway. So anyway, Moniece says that she's refocusing. Okay, that's another word they like. You know, their life is in a good place and they refocusing. Those are their favorite things to say on these reality shows. But she's refocusing. Everything now is going to be about her son, her music, her album. Anything else she ain't got time for. So then she tells Akbar that she's going to collaborate with Tokyo. Oh, Lord, why did she say that, y'all? Akbar went from 0 to 100. Okay, what you mean you working with Tokyo? Okay, that bitch ain't even from here. You guys both flew here. I grew here. And since you want to be like that, I'm out. I was like, now, why are you getting so mad so quickly? We can't just have a discussion? You couldn't have said, well, damn, girl, I was hoping that we could work together. No, you got to go completely off the handle. Akbar has the understanding that Tokyo is in town and she ain't checked in with Akbar. Is Akbar a gang? Like, I really don't, you know, the only time that I hear about people saying shit like you in my town, you in my city, and you ain't checked in is when it's a gang. They are pretty big on that. I didn't know that, you know, one struggling rapper had to go and meet up with another struggling rapper from a certain city to be able to perform there. Like, I don't get it. All right, so whatever. Moniece is just looking at her go off. She just walks out the room. Okay, now we see her later on. She's at the cemetery. She's taking flowers to her mother's grave. And she tells us that this is the first time, I guess, that she's visited her mom's grave because she has mommy issues. You know, her mom was on drugs and I guess didn't take care of her, or, you know, she was just seeing things that kids shouldn't see, experiencing things that kids shouldn't have to experience, all of that. So her mom is dead now, and, you know, she just misses her mom. So she's going through it. She has her friend there, this guy named Prophet. She says that he, you know, has been her backbone, her ace boon coon for the longest. You know, he keeps it real. He always has her back. They're talking, and she's just saying how she just wishes her mom was here now. I guess, you know, a lot of times with our parents, we be so upset with our parents until we become parents, until we have our own kids. Then we realize that, okay, the job is not quite as easy as we thought it would be as children. Now, of course, I didn't have to deal with drug addicted parents, so that would be a little bit different. But I can tell you as a parent that I really understand a lot of the things that my mom and dad decided for me, that I was totally against at the time. Now it makes complete sense. So hindsight is 2020. She just wishes her mom was here, I guess, so that they could repair their relationship, you know, as she tries to get, you know, her kids or whatever. So now Prophet, to make her feel a little better, tells her about this showcase that Bankhead is having. You guys know he's a DJ out here. I thought Bankhead, Bankhead. Oh, I'm thinking of somebody else. He's a DJ out here. Oh, Akbar got a problem with Bankhead too because he got all these transplants. These ones that flew here. Okay, he got them performing in his showcase and ain't even reached out to her. And she grew there, remember? She ain't really feeling it. He was like, look, this is exactly how the game goes. Okay, you either get in it or you don't win. She says Bankhead fuck with a lot of people she don't fuck with. And he was like, you letting shit hold you back. She kind of insinuates that maybe she will go to the showcase, but just in case she got to fuck a bitch up, that's what she will do. And he was like, see, now how you talking about wanting to be a better person and you talking about shanking a bitch in the same conversation? That's part of your problem, Miss Akbar. So yeah, Akbar's got some issues that she got to work through. Monique says, well, since Akbar is mad, okay, she just gonna have to put Akbar to the side. She gonna deal with the one that flew here. Okay, so she meet up with her girl Tokyo, and Tokyo tells her that she's performing this weekend, I'm presuming with this showcase with Bankhead, and Monique was like, I won't be here, I got to go home and just get myself back together, so I won't be able to attend. Tokyo was like, well, what's going on with you and Show Enough Scrap? So of course Monique get to telling her the whole story about that, him tonguing down Tommy on social media, and Tokyo really don't have patience for it. She's just like, anyway, next. Monique tells her, well, I thought I was working with Akbar, but she got mad at me when I told her that I was working with you too. And Tokyo was like, well, she mad at me what I did to her ass. She says, well, she has a problem with the fact that, we not from here yet and still we trying to perform here. And Tokyo was just like, well, I mean, Atlanta is a melting pot. It's people from all over the world here right now trying to make it happen. So how's she just gonna be mad at us for trying to make it happen just like any damn body else? Then Tokyo gonna tell us that she ain't got a plaque, and you know what, she ain't even got time to be fussing with somebody that ain't got a plaque. I said, what plaque do Tokyo have? Does she have a, oh, probably for that That's My Best Friend song. That probably did numbers, because, and then wasn't there some whole, did she get some sort of credit for writing it and Young Thug used it or something like that? I kind of remember vaguely something, so like maybe that's why she has a plaque. But really both of them are still struggling rappers or artists trying to make it happen, so really they shouldn't be fighting each other as well. They should be trying to get to the bag. It's the frost facts. I had to blink, you guys, because this air is blowing in my eyes. I saved the bullshit for last, you guys. The fucked up frost facts retreat is on its way. Okay, we about to get out into these streets, up into these cabins, up into these mountains with the frost. That's right, D-Lo and Rashida is representing full on, because you know what? When they went to the cabin last year, that helped their relationship, so they want to help everybody else, okay? So all of the couples start getting there, and it's 8 of them. It's Jock and his girl Kendra, it's Bambi and Scrappy, it's Rashida and D-Lo, of course, and it is, who else? Who is the other couple? I can't think of. Oh, and it's BK and Sierra. Bambi was like, this is all you invited? And she was like, well, I did invite Carly and her boo, but they in a fight, so I don't think she's going to be attending. But Carly does come, okay? Her +1 will be Shekinah. Now, this throws a little monkey wrench into what Rashida had already planned. So she was just like, well, I had already decided that the girls was going to be on one bus and the boys was going to be on another. But now that Shekinah is here as her +1, it kind of changes everything. So does anybody want to volunteer to go? And Bambi was like, I'll volunteer. I got to spend some time without the baby with my man. Okay, so she gonna ride on the bus with the men. Plus, Bambi strikes me as the type that, like to hang with the boys anyway. So, okay, so we get on the bus. It's the girls on one bus. It's the boys plus Bambi on the other bus. So what's the problem, Carly? They want to know. Oh, Carly looks around and she sees Kendra. She says, Kendra, no offense, but I don't know you like that. Okay, so I can't really be telling all my business on this bus. And Kendra was like, that's fine. It's no problem at all. I was like, okay, Kendra, I know you trying to be the sensible and mature one, but you're going to find real soon that Carly is going to push you to your most immaturest point. That bitch is something else. Sierra was like, well, I can't wait till we get there because I want to know what the hell is going on. And speaking of Kendra, how long Kendra and Jock been together? Kendra said, we've been together 2 years solid. Of course, Carly get the coughing over there like him. And Sierra was like, well, that's crazy because now we on the bus And you just gonna blast it out like this. That's crazy because Carly and Jock was messing around last year at the ranch. As if Carly wasn't sitting right there. But you know, of course, Carly is back to her messy Carly, crackhead Carly days now. Okay? The reason why I've called her a bird. Somebody in my comments last week was like, I'm getting the feeling that you don't really like Carly. I said, you just getting that fucking feeling after I've been doing these videos for how long? 8 years now? And you mean to tell me that I ain't never gave you the impression that I don't like that bitch from... I mean, really? No, let's just make it very, very clear. I do not like Carly. I think that she is a bird. I think she stirs up a lot of trouble. And yeah, it might be for the show. She may not be like that in real life. But I'm just going by what the fuck I see on the screen. I don't like the bitch. Okay, so you ain't got to ask me, you know, oh, it seems like you don't like her. No, I don't like her. Alright, now, this whole thing about him, Carly and Jock messing around. Of course, Kendra didn't know nothing about it. Carly was like, well, you know, to be clear, we didn't screw on the trip. But we did get a room one time and, you know, his dick was out and he was trying to get sex from me, but I turned him down. So Kendra, now this would have pissed me off, but you know, like I said, Kendra's trying to be mature. So Kendra was just like, oh, really? And then Sierra gonna say, well, let's try to keep it positive. You know, let's move on. No, let's the fuck not. As a matter of fact, pull this goddamn bus over because I think I need to have a conversation with Jock. Okay? But I get it. Kendra's new around the group. She ain't trying to ruffle no feathers. Okay? But I bitch would have shown enough stored that in membrane for when I saw Jock as soon as I saw Jock, actually. Rashida says, well, you know what, since we talking about what people said, you know, Carly, what about Pooh saying that you licked her ass? Carly was like, I have never done that, okay? On my daughter's life, I have never had sex with her. I said, we ain't talking about having sex. We said licked her ass. Now, Sierra, you know, says that she's hoping that this trip will bring her and BK closer. You know, they still working on it. They done had some rocky, rough patches, but other than that, you know, it's getting better. And Carly was like, well, Pooh told me, well, text me that she and BK was getting busy or, you know, fooling around. I think she said was messing around with each other when they went to Cancun for her birthday. And she pulls up the text message and shows Sierra. So Sierra was like, what? BK didn't tell me nothing. Is the nigga really gonna tell you that he's fucking around with one of your girls? I mean, what the hell are you talking about? So, oh, wait till we see him. You know, all this, she just who banging and mad and all of this. Okay, this is why Bambi sat her ass on the bus with the men. Speaking of the men, D-Lo was telling them how AA Mo, Alabama, Arkansas Mo, Carly's man, you know, he has the feeling that he had to go back home because it might be a new baby mama there. He know the look. Trust D-Lo. He fucking knows. I said, well, at least old D-Lo was good for something. Spot on, right? While the men are talking, BK tells them that he bought Sierra a ring. I said, with as much up and down and back and forth that them two go, why did he think that now is the time for him to be buying a ring? That shit ain't never been on solid ground. But whatever. We get to the cabin, all right, and everybody agrees it's nice, it's nighttime, everybody's probably tired. You know, we're gonna get in here and we gonna unwind and we gonna have us some drinks because everything already is kind of went left. That's what Rashida tells us. As soon as she get in the room with D-Lo, she get to telling him what that messy ass Carly said. And of course, Kendra is in their room, you know, the room with her and Jock, and she kind of lets him know, like, right now might not be the time, but we gonna have a conversation about the shit that we talked about on, you know, on the women's bus. I was like, girl, you better than me. Because, honey, we'd have closed that door and you wouldn't have seen the Jock and Kendra couple for quite some time. Probably wouldn't have seen us at all. Everybody goes and sits down in the common area. Okay, all of the gang is there. Y'all like y'all rooms? Well, Carly got a problem with her room because I sleep naked and the bathroom is in the hallway. So if I get up in the middle of the night, you know, people gonna see me being naked. And somebody was like, you sleep naked in random beds? Nasty ass bitch. It was like, girl, this ain't your house. You better put some fucking panties on or something. I mean, it ain't like you gonna be fucking. So if you ain't doing nothing, you need to have you some damn panties and bra, a t-shirt on at least. So she wants to change her room. Oh, well, that's the room you got. Sierra was like, I might need my own room. And BK was like, why you need your own room, Sierra? See, I already knew once we got off them buses it was going to be something. She says, can I talk to you for a second? Okay. So she goes into the kitchen with him and she tells him how Carly told her that, he was fucking around with Pooh on the Cancun trip. He said, Carly? Yes, Carly. Carly Red? Who the fuck else Carly? Okay, well, do you know any other Carly? Yes, Carly Red. That's when niggas is trying to come up with something in their mind. They just keep on asking you question after question. You know who the fuck I'm talking about? Shit. He was like, look, I didn't do nothing with that girl. Okay, we did have a little conversation about, my relationship with Sierra and everything, but it was nothing that I needed to tell Sierra about, because I ain't even trying to bring extra drama to the relationship, and if for Carly to be telling her shit and just creating more drama, same like what she did last season, I was like, oh, BK, same like she always does, okay, it was just your season. He was just like, so he's trying to talk to Sierra. Here come Carly Red. Just apologize, bitch, if you don't get the fuck on. I said, ooh, that Carly is something special. Just a miserable ass bitch. Loves to ruin everybody's day. Now later on, we see that Carly Red is conducting a sex toy class. Okay, remember she's got this Kama Sutra book that her and Jock supposedly was putting together. And well, she's got sex toys there. The bitch brings sex toys to the cabin, and you ain't even there with your man. What the fuck you was bringing these toys about? So she's trying to give her little demonstration, and D-Lo, now D-Lo of all people, who need to be sitting his ass quietly over there, he was like, what about that move that you guys be talking about on the radio show? Carly, you and Jock, y'all sex move. Jock, what's that one that you was talking about? Okay, Carly, it's the Indian. All right, Jock is looking at him like, damn, nigga, like you already know what it is, and I'm already in the hot seat, and you go. I said, see, D-Lo ain't your friend. See, he one of these niggas who wanted everybody to be in trouble. If he in trouble, everybody in trouble. Of course, Kendra is sitting right there next to Jock. And don't nobody want to hear about your man's sexcapades. Even if, we all know that they've had a past, right? But I'm not really trying to hear it. Especially with the bitch standing right there in front of me with a plastic dick in her hands. Kendra was just like, can we talk for a second in the other room? Okay, still very understanding. I said, oh yeah, Kendra, you are so mature. So they go in the room, and he was like, so what's the problem? Like, what happened? And she was like, we was on the bus, and Carly said that you guys got a room, and that, you had your dick out, and that you guys, you was trying to have sex with her. I'm just trying to get clear on this timeline. And he was like, first of all, Carly is miserable. Okay, she back to her messy ass because her and her man ain't together right now, and she just trying to make everybody as unhappy as she is. All right, I put it on my kid's life, on my mama's life, on your dead daddy's life. I did not have sex with that woman. Okay, all right, Bill Clinton. So she was just like, okay, well, I'm just trying to get some clarification. He was like, yeah, you can't. Carly is just a whole different kind of beast. If she's watched the show, she should know. And maybe that's why she's tried to kind of keep it level. But Jock gonna tell us that if he did have sex with Carly, he would see that he got Kendra tattooed on the side of his dick. I said, motherfucker, you now lie, don't care who tell it. Mona, you always got these niggas going over and beyond. Now, we was believing it until he get to talking about a tattoo on his dick. Who putting a tattoo on your dick, first thing? Secondly, you not married to her. You want us to believe that you didn't put a bitch's name on your dick and y'all not married? No way. I don't think my husband would put my name on his dick, and we've been married for 21 years. Like, no. Now, the next morning, everybody's gets up and having breakfast, and we're going to try to regroup again. So all of the couples sit at the table, and Rashida says, she thought of something good. How about the couples all say what they like about each other and what they don't like about each other? Oh, okay, this ought to get a good conversation going. So D-Lo goes first. He loves that Rashida is a boss, okay, and takes care of her business. However, he hates the fact that she doesn't time manage well. Rashida says, well, D-Lo, she loves the fact that he always has her back and he's super supportive, but she don't like the fact that his ass is a cheating ass motherfucker. Don't do that shit again. Scrappy tells Bambi that she's a great mom and everything, but, you know, he would like a little credit. Be more grateful for the things that he does. She was like, oh, okay. She says, well, I do love the fact that you a great father, and I don't love the fact that you eat in bed, okay? Hot wings, the real messy kind, the red ones. I was like, yeah, he looked like he eat a whole bunch of shit in the bed. BK says that he loves the fact that Sierra loves his kids like they were her own, but he doesn't like the fact that he had to sleep on the couch last night. And Sierra says, well, she loves that BK was there for her when she was at her lowest point, wasn't feeling beautiful. You know, he always would tell her that she was beautiful and just made her feel like a beautiful woman again. So she loves that about him. But she doesn't like the fact that he is inconsiderate of her feelings. I was like, now which the fuck one is it? Is he lovingly telling you that you're beautiful, or he is inconsiderate of your feelings? Sierra, girl, you just wanted to say something, huh? Kendra said that Jock treats her like fine china and that she loves that he treats her so well. But she didn't like the fact that he's always late, okay? Just CP time. And Jock got serious and said that he looks at Kendra when she's in her lawyer form and she's in the courtroom. And when she wins her cases, he looks at her like a superhero. She's his superhero, you know, and because of that fact, he don't even really see too much that's wrong with her. Okay, that was real nice. So actually, the little what I love and what I hate conversation didn't turn into a disaster. Give 1 point to old Rashida. Now, later on, we see that Bambi pulls Kendra to the side. You know what, let's just go outside and talk for a little while, because Bambi is just like, you know, she's a woman. Even though she loved Jock and everything, she can't let her girl just, you know, just as a fellow woman, she got to talk to her. So they're outside and Bambi was like, well, what happened on the bus when you guys was out? And she said, well, Carly said this, that, and the other. Her and Jock did this and that. And Bambi was like, well, the timeline is a little bit confusing. So I kind of see where there would be some, you know, not really sure. But let me just tell you, don't let these bitches get up in your relationship and tell you something that you thought you already knew or didn't know, because they good for being messy. As far as her and Scrappy's relationship, she was like, I had to completely remove myself from him. He basically had to see what life was like without me, because anything that you continue to allow, that's what they just gonna keep on doing. So you need to, you know, I'm not saying that you need to completely remove yourself from Jock's life, but you need to be aware that this is the molding stage. All right, now you let them know what you're gonna deal with, what you're not gonna deal with, and then that way you ain't got to, it ain't gonna be a question later on in your relationship. So I thought that was actually good advice that Bambi gave Kendra. Now later on that night, there's a knock at the door. Okay, Shekinah goes to the door, and it's old Double A Mo. Okay, he want to see his girl Carly. Carly, your man is here. Did you want to see him? Do you want me to close the door in his face? What you want? You know, Carly. You got my back. That's what I'm talking about. Shit, bitch, shut up. Shit, you better be glad anybody want to talk to your dumb ass. So she goes to the door. Double A Mo, he in his whole full soft voice talking. You know, listen. You know, I had to come out here because, you know, he really cares about her. He wants to make it work. She's all, How did you find out I was here? He says he found out from D-Lo. So you hanging out with my friends now. Did you tell him that you were cheating? He says, no, I didn't, because I wasn't cheating. Okay, well, she maintains that anybody that's talking to anybody else behind the other person's back means that they cheating. He says, well, I mean, if that's how you define it, then I guess that's cheating. Well, then maybe that means that you and Jock is cheating all the damn time too. But he trying to plead his case and trying to work it out, and she was just not trying to hear it. She gets on one of her Carly, you know, tantrums. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of men cheating on me. I'm tired of men lying to me. I'm tired of being walked all over. You don't support me. You done went from being all completely in love and wanting to have a baby with him and all of this. To 1 week later, he don't support you? So you was trying to build a future with this man, and he was all of them things to you just 7 days ago. Girl. He was like, what are you talking about? None of that is even what we talking about. We talking about cheating and all of that, but she was just like, you need to go. He was like, you know what, you right. Let me go. I said, you know what, you right, Double A Mo. Take that ass on and quit fucking with her dumb ass. So now, it's just done really took turns for the worse. This is not what Rashida wanted. So she sits down with all of the group, okay, in the little common area, sans Carly. Okay, let that bitch figure out her life in her room. She don't need to be in here stirring up nothing else. So Rashida gets in her counseling mode, and she tells everybody that they need to put things behind them before they could move forward. Okay, take me and D-Lo for example. I know y'all think we perfect and everything, but you know what? It's been infidelity on both sides of our relationship. I said, Mona, bitch. You got this girl out here talking about some shit she did when they was boyfriend and girlfriend. No, we ain't talking about shit that happened 20 damn years ago, Rashida. You talking about some old ass shit. It was a long time ago, but no, totally different. Rashida, you ain't got to do this. We don't hold it out on you. I mean, if you're going to make the decision to stay with your man, then that's the decision that you make. It's all on D-Lo's dumb ass to me. Okay, so you ain't got to be trying to say that you was cheating and talking about some shit long ass time ago. Anyway, the editing was weird on this part because all of a sudden Bambi is crying because she's talking about how she has mommy guilt, leaving her baby, which is normal for a baby that, when you have a newborn kid like that, it's hard. But then it jumps back to Sierra talking about how she can't forgive. So I'm just like, why y'all didn't put that at the part with Sierra and child? So anyway, Rashida tries to tell her, that you do have to forgive because that's what she's had to do numerous times. She didn't say that, but she might as well have. D-Lo gonna say, and don't let nobody just from the outside ruin your relationship. I said, fool, how about somebody from the inside don't ruin their own goddamn relationship with your dumb ass? He is so fucking stupid. I just feel like, D-Lo, shut up. Okay. He swear that child is the only one that ruined him and Rashida's relationship. Rashida says, well, you know what? Carly is the cause of all of the problems here. I said, well, thank you. Carly's always the cause of all the problems. Okay? That's why her ass don't need to be there. And BK was like, thank you. She's always been a problem, and I've always tried to get Sierra to see that. Sierra said, well, I do need to have a conversation with her because it wasn't cool. It wasn't called for. And that's true. It was not. Then Sierra gonna say, well, since we being truthful and all, she tell BK that, when he was going through her phone back in the day, not too long ago, and he saw some text messages or DMs, she was fooling with that guy, that they had hooked up and they had done some things. I was like, oh. Girl, you was doing all that, but you was doing all this fussing at BK ass too? Okay. So she was just like, since we being so truthful. I said, oh, okay. Well, okay. BK, what you thought about that? Why you out here buying rings and shit trying to get married? Get your money back. Alright, rock stars, that's it. I don't have any eyeliner on today, and I actually kind of like the way that looks. That kind of give me a fresher little look. What y'all think? I still haven't got my eyelashes done, but I did invest in some good mascara. Let me get on off of here, give me something to eat, get on back to work, you guys. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.